Thank you for stopping by weareiowa.com. Here's a Local 5 weather update. I'm Chris Kubal. Blizzard warning is in place for central Iowa. Now, it doesn't start until 10 a.m. on Friday. The snow will begin Thursday night first, and it will be heavy at times. The wind trailing a little bit Friday, that wind becoming progressively stronger. We'll be talking about blizzard conditions taking over. Already a concern considering the amount of snow we currently have out on the ground. It's fairly uncommon to see back-to-back major winter storms like this, so we've kind of taken a step back in terms of how much it takes to create big-time issues. And this is, no bones about it, going to be a very strong storm system. Heavier snow pushing in over the course of the evening, around 10 o'clock for the metro, a little earlier southwest, a little later to the north and east. The darker the blues, the heavier the snow that is expected. One thing we will be watching, you see down near the Missouri border, a couple of holes opening up in that snow. I do think we may be nipped by a bit of some drier air closer to the Missouri border, mainly south of Highway 34. Snow continues further to the north before wrapping up early on Saturday morning. Now, those temperatures, as you see, they're going to be crashing too. That's another concern in the long haul. Here's the expected amounts that we're calling for. A wide swath of what I would call for 6 to 12 inches of snow across the majority of central Iowa, with some exceptions way down south, but still you can't sneeze at those totals, or that snow's going to blow right away. And it will. That wind is going to be very strong. Those future wind gusts kicking up midday and Friday afternoon is when I'm expecting some of the strongest, up around 45 miles per hour, if not a little stronger from time to time across the state. Continuing into the overnight, this is early Saturday morning. I don't think those blizzard conditions fully relent until after we pass daybreak on Saturday. And even still, this is noon on Saturday, those winds are very strong. So what are kind of the conditions we're expecting out of this? Well, blizzard conditions obviously outside of city limits, rural open areas, widespread blowing and drifting snow, and very low visibilities or whiteouts. Now, as time goes on, you have to consider the amount of snow we have on the ground, and the ditches are already full, so perhaps roads becoming impassable beginning Friday night going into Saturday morning. That blowing snow will persist as we go through the entire day on Saturday, and if we make any improvements, they will be very, very slow through the day. Those bitter temperatures and stronger winds are going to make that very difficult to do. 18 degrees tonight, minimal movement on the temperature for tomorrow. We're going to be quiet most of the day for those temps that will be dropping as we go throughout. Here is a look at that planner. Those wind gusts very strong midday into the afternoon and overnight. Temperatures plummeting on the backside too. We roll into Saturday with a high that is only going to be in the single digits and will drop by Saturday at 8 o'clock. We're already well below zero. We're targeting teens below as we go through the long haul stretch of this going into Saturday night and into Sunday night as well. Look at some of these wind chills. They're down around 35 to 40 degrees below zero. As we look at this three-day stretch, progressively colder, those wind chills, I think for a three-day stretch are going to be running about 25 to 40 degrees below zero. Beginning Saturday night and not relenting until we get into early on Tuesday morning. So we have that bitter stretch ahead. This is impressive. Frigid temperatures settling in after back-to-back winter storms. And lest we forget, we had the snow squall, a couple of them moving through yesterday as well. It has been a whirlwind of winter, very dangerous stretch up and coming. I do think travel is severely impacted, if not halted altogether in some locations. City limit travel will be doable, but definitely you do not want to stray outside of city limits because that's where the worst of these blizzard conditions will be. We'll bounce around a little bit next week, but ultimately still pretty cold for the time of year.